Hello there, a very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1, coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Let's start off with a look at your top stories for this afternoon.
Former Air Force commander and former Navy commander elevated to Marshal of the Air Force and Admiral of the Fleet. District returning officers as well as deputy and assistant elections commissioners to meet tomorrow. Minister Akila Viraj says party leaders will meet at Sirigota today and presidential candidate will be from the United National Party. 8,400 kidney patients reportedly died from 2015 to 2018. Israeli voters deliver deadlock. Netanyahu's tenure in doubt.
Now on to those stories in detail. The formal investiture ceremony to present the honorary rank of Admiral of the Fleet to retired Navy Commander Admiral Vasantha Karannagoda and the honorary rank of Marshal of the Air Force to retired Air Chief Marshal Roshan Gunatilaka took place today.
The formal investiture ceremony took place at the East Terminal of the Colombo Harbour under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. In an extraordinary gazette on the 6th of August, the President awarded the honorary rank of Admiral of the Fleet to retired Admiral Vasantha Kumar Jayadeva Karannagoda and honorary rank of Marshal of the Air Force to retired Air Chief Marshal Roshan Gunatilaka for their outstanding gallantry, meritorious performance and distinguished service to the nation during the humanitarian operation and the defeat of terrorism in Sri Lanka. Admiral of the Fleet, Vasantha Karannagoda served as Navy Commander from 1st September 2005 to 14th July 2009. Roshan Gunatilaka was appointed as the Commander of the Sri Lanka Air Force on the 12th of June 2006 and he retired from service on the 27th of February 2011.
Marshal of the Sri Lanka Air Force, Tarathikku Tharamuyarthum Anepathiram, Janadhipati Maithripala Sirisena.
Now in Parliament today, matters regarding kidney patients were raised.
2,204 kidney patients died in 2015. In 2016, the numbers were at 2,135. In 2017, it was 2,159 and 2018, it was 2,187 and the data is yet to be collected for the year 2019. In 2018, 4,921 kidney patients were reported. In 2018, there were 271 kidney transplant surgeries which took place and the data for the year 2019 is yet to be collected.
Now on to some political news this afternoon. An emergency cabinet meeting has been called for at 3 this evening. Of course, you can stay tuned to News First for the latest updates on this developing story. You could also log on to our award-winning website, www.newsfirst.lk, to stay in touch with the latest. Moving on to more local news. A meeting for district returning officers as well as deputy and assistant election commissioners will take place tomorrow at the National Elections Commission.
Additional Elections Commissioner Rasika Piri, speaking to News First, said the meeting is scheduled to take place tomorrow morning. The National Elections Commission said the date for postal voting for the presidential election and other matters will be announced in due course. The 2018 voter registry will be used for the presidential election, which will take place on the 16th of November. Accordingly, 15.9 million 92,096 voters are eligible to cast their vote at the November presidential election.
Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam, the General Secretary of the United National Party, expressed the following views at an event held in Kuliapitiya.
The candidate from the United National Party will contest from a coalition. The formation of the coalition is nearly complete. The respective party leaders will meet at 6 this evening and it will be chaired by party leader and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. We hope to reach a decision on the candidate by next week.
A renovated computer center in Salava, Avisavilla was declared open yesterday.
The event was held under the auspices of MP Dinesh Gunawardena and the project was carried out using the decentralized funds of the MP. It is part of the constitution to conduct elections for the presidency. It cannot be changed. Local government administration is not part of the constitution and it is governed by provincial councils. If court delivers a ruling, matters need to be given consideration. They ordered for the elections and in the coming days we will know if it will take place or not.
Employees at the Ridhiagama Safari Park stepped away from their duties today as well. The Ridhiagama Safari Park Workers Collective said they decided to stage a strike demanding that their attendance allowance and other benefits be increased. All workers at the Ridhiagama Safari Park except for the administrative staff are taking part in the strike action. The strike has prevented visitors from entering the Ridhiagama Safari Park. The strike was launched last evening and several workers staged a protest today as well. Mohammad Nijab Mohammad Imran, also known as Kanjipane Imran, a leader of an organized criminal gang, was escorted to the government analyst today. Earlier, the Colombo Magistrates Court delivered an order for Imran to be produced at the government analyst for his voice samples to be recorded. This was in connection to the case filed against Kanjipane Imran for threatening to kill a police officer by making threats over the phone from overseas. Sri Lanka Navy arrested 5 Indian fishermen along with a fishing trawler for poaching in Sri Lankan territorial waters today. The arrests were made by the Northern Naval Command during a patrol conducted in the sea area northwest of the Kovilam Point. The group of Indian fishermen were poaching in Sri Lankan territorial waters at the time of the arrest. Subsequently, the apprehended fishermen were escorted to the SLNS Uttara and seized trawler was brought to the SLNS Elara. The group of fishermen are expected to be handed over to the Assistant Director of Fisheries in Jaffna for onward action after a medical examination. The funeral of late former UPFA MP and ex-Minister HR Maitripala will take place on Saturday. The family said Maitripala was ill over most of the recent past and breathed his last at the Katavanella Base Hospital. He was 73 years old at the time of his demise and served as a deputy minister from 2007 to 2015. The remains are currently at the residence in Katavanella and the final rites will be performed at the Ruanvella Rajsingha Mahavidyalaya grounds.